Good to see you, new and old faces. And isn't it nice to have a black locusts? You realizing they're flowering now? And uh, talking beekeeping is a little too boring. And then speaking of the horizontal hive, I'm keeping the bees in horizontal hive about 7 years. And then when I get 75, even the horizontal has a little bit of a lay-in time, a little too heavy. So I developed the geriatric hive. Those of you, so it's a geriatric hive. It's used all the Langstroth equipment you have. And I had a 2 years ago workshop at George's barn. And I think 5 or 6 people, I think they have geriatric hive. And so if you're interested in, I might have another workshop to be. And it's a horizontal hive, but then the frame is turned so length, long. But today's topic is solar candle maker. And then this is the, after the inspection, you all have those bar combs and waxes. And you gather, and then you put into the kind of cylinder, with the filter, and to put onto the candle mold and cover with the plastic or see-through or glass jars on conversion. So the idea itself is just a wax melter, but this is the Chris Sim candle maker, just a wax melter, put it in the box, and then the first one, prototype, there was George had the kind of group of inventive beekeeping related invention. So that's the kind of group he had, and in one of the meetings he was talking about it. How about making a solar candle maker? Or after the beekeeping and collected wax, he had an idea to somehow making a candle, but he was struggling with the idea and so he couldn't make it. So I was sitting in his barn, and then he had the plexiglass and there's some kind of gutter, the metal, and I forgot to bring the prototype, but I had some experiment, and then you can make this kind of box. But then I thought about to make it simple. Great idea is just simple, and then what you have, and then this is, cheese ball. This is the best one. And then this is a soda bottle, or, the 2 liter or 1 liter. This is a 1 liter soda bottle, and then cut, and then just use that as an, and this is a coffee filter, and put the, anyway, the wax in there like this, and place this in the sun. And then even in March, with this reflector, this is a Mylar sheet, and you can make a solar candle even in March. And when you put this sensor in there, it goes about the wax of beeswax started to melt about 144 or 145. It can be easily melted. Of course, the candle making I make also, it depends on the mold you have. This fancy or this, you can make those candles. And this is the last week I worked on it. This is the scab candle. And this is the process. It might need one more bowl of wax to finish. This is not finished yet. So this probably need one more day to finish. So this is a kind of only things you have to make is this disc with accepting the soda bottle. And then this is also goes on here.
You can use the coffee filter in your smokers too.
And then this is my pipe tools of my. Also, I have this last 3 years. This is a small high beetle. You can pick it. It's very easily small high beetle can be. Friend of mine asks for this. It's very fragrant when you put this one in the fireplace or stove. It smells like a beeswax and the honey, and it's very sweet. So this is the other things. Yeah, you can just put the any fragrance into the.
I put a mouth, like cut some herbs or mouth it and put it in there with the scrapings, and it scents the candle.
Yeah.
So if you want like a lavender scent candle or a mint scent candle, put the herbs in. Yeah. Put the lavender.
Garlic. Yeah, larger. You can do it quicker in time. Either you can use kitchen towels or napkins or whatever. Yeah. Oh, good question. The first, just a silicone mold, or I also demonstrate how to make silicone mold, but the wick, you have to put it through and keep it long. And after it melts, this is not quite in the center, but it doesn't matter when it melts. This will stay, but then you can center it with the some kind of stick, or I use a popsicle stick with a bobby pins, good, and all sorts of things you can do. And so, what else? It will take summertime. You don't even need the reflector, but then also solar oven when you make the reflecting things to make the heat into the center, it will it almost burn. I wish you can smell. So that's it. Why don't we develop as a CCBA product? Maybe women's group can make it, like a product to sell. And Diane Campbell is working on to make disc at her woodworking at Ernie's place.
Yeah, beeswax malts at 145, right? So the idea is not to overheat the wax, right? Because people think beeswax is like dark. When you look at this, when you take a beeswax, it's overly processed, honestly, and overly heated. The beeswax that doesn't get washed and doesn't get overheated is canary yellow, the color. When you start to see darker beeswax, it's because it's been overheated. So when you use this to make your candles are going to look canary yellow. It's pretty cool. And then when you smell it, you're going to smell the honey and the pollen in there because it's not washed out. Because most wax, you're kind of, you're mixing it with water and heating it, and it washes out all the amazing essence in it. Yeah, you're getting the smell of propolis in there. So if you experiment with one of these, you'll be like 4 hours. That's all it takes to make and everyone's scraping their burr comb, right? You scrape your burr comb, you throw it in there. 4 hours later, you got a candle for dinner. Simple. Seriously. No, it's true. It's really cool. Yeah, and you get that propolis. You get that. I think it smells like baking chocolate chip cookies a little bit when you burn that propolis in there. It's really, really nice smell. And like I said, you can add whatever scent you want. In the bottom of your coffee filter, put whatever other herb or scent you want in there. And the wax melts and goes through the herb and picks up the scent. So it's really beautiful, right? And then the other thing is, Hiroshi said, it doesn't cause layer. If you don't make it all in one day, say you set this thing up and you only have like a handful of wax, and you come back and it goes through and only fills up half the candle, the next day, if you leave it in there, that surface of that candle is going to remelt. And when you put the new wax in, it doesn't layer. So it just all combines into one. So you don't have a funny burning candle. So anyway,